Menteri Ramba Kejela, Conrad Kisangma, Ulong, Bakidan Shibun Kilat, Banyakai Pateng, Batkari Bangladesh, Henry Galadan Kaman, Pinjan Suri, Kijing Perking, Hakabai Day, Bakijing Shalan, Yakijat Mar, Nalor Kijing Dan Kaman, Pinbiang, Yakilinti Senkin. Habakarin Shikilap Saikabor, Mandagasni, Conrad Ulong, Bakidan Ru Kijing Halor Kani, Bat Kita Kilong, Kijing Bambiang, Kijing Tay, Kijing Dan Kam, Kalinti Senking, Kalek Kawan, Kijakasa, Bat Kiwi. Habakrin Mandagasni Shakilap Thaikbor, Menteri Ramba Ulaya Sam Yakijingtip, Halor Kijingwan Junga Jungu, Shakari Bangladesh, Hakani Kitayo Baladab. Hakaba Ulay Kunduru, Yaka Menteri Ramba Dukari Bangladesh, Ka Sheikh Hasina. Ulang Makadan Kam Wan Penbhai, Ki Office Ka Sakapning, Hakapot, Kem Hadauki, Wan Pensuk Ikbaiba, Hakalikawan, Nabaro Arliang, Kiri, Kenang Ban Penla Ban Kentiu Yakaki Pateng. Haga jinglik jengo yakari Bangladesh la yakren kumno banyate hapadeng kinong khai jong kini ki ari wan penyadai hapadeng kinong sengkam ki kunhon bapher ki biadan hakijat ki kam ni kicingtri katkum gajing ong menteri ramba kanlong gajing mentoi yakari Bangladesh ru ladakan pelila di kibriu balen jengo yakapatok baset UCM Tirot Singh hadaka kumju yaka Jantiapur kabari gajikasa ki CM handai Henry wala kamlong ka basuk banle wudwud Henry kani kan simpor ban wanra ya ke jingkala namar ke badan kam ban penbiang ye ki bobon ke jingdan kam nado ki office klinti ki surok bat ki bei nalor ke jingdan kam ban pli bon hi yo khapot ulong ha bai dei ba ka kam penroi ke Bangladesh kala ya state bha Henry na kaleng ke sarkar India ru kala dan kam bakan sim kabu ya kani ban kentiu ha peneng kini ki artili kiri ulong ba kawai kalat ya ke jela Meghalaya kalong ban pen klan ya ke jingpen mi boarding Kenang banla bandi kela Shakari Bangladesh. Bat Yamanda kidan kembang nyau tili ki project boarding ke badang pen krep ban penmi boarding nyau spark megawatt. Bat nakani la bandi ke boarding Shakari Bangladesh. Hagabede baka serok Shillong Dauki. Conrad Kisangma ulong baka sarkar kelaya syat menta banyak kren yak spai ban ai jaka ban sna yak serok bat ka NHIDCL kelaya cakmat halor kini. Ulang makasakar jela kadang yet lat shushu pan pinyaso ya ke jela bat kiwi kiri kem ke Bhutan nalor ke Bangladesh.
It's a long reply to that, but I'll try to minimize it as much as possible. You see, the thing is that the opportunity has always been there between India and Bangladesh, and but there have been constraints. Number one, infrastructure constraint. Number two, policy. Some small policy changes need to be made. And number three, people-to-people contact. These three constraints have kind of not led to the kind of economic activity that could have taken place between Bangladesh and India. So to answer your question, it's a process which will take time. It's not something that I go in one trip and we expect the changes, and that's the reason why in my trip this time we must have met more than 30 groups. We had more than 30 meetings in 4 days, and it was a very, very fruitful meeting, and we got to understand and hear from the stakeholders what the issues were. So it gave us a very good idea of what needs to be done. Now, for a simple thing, example, even for the visas, so I went and I visited the immigration office in Dauki, and also obviously I saw it in the other side of the border also. And we could see that small infrastructural improvements need to be done on our side, and therefore this was a very basic issue which doesn't come to your notice until unless you actually drive through it. So normally if you take a flight you would not really see what the people are facing. So small things like this we got to understand that there was issue of connectivity as well as infrastructure in these border areas. I am hoping that now in the next days and months and years to come, that all the departments now will start making individual trips. We're tying up with the chambers of commerce with each other. We're tying up tour operators. We're trying to connect entrepreneurs. We're trying to send groups from here to there and from there to here. We want our people to visit the Dhaka jail, where we visited and saw and paid our respects there to our freedom fighter Tirot Singh. So I think it'll be good to Jantiapur. People should go and see where the Jantia king used to stay and live in the winters. So I think all these things is an opportunity where we can start. So we will do all these aspects, and It will take some time, as I said. It's not that in one day it will change, but there are many things we need to do, and infrastructure is definitely one of them. I can also tell you that Bangladesh is moving very fast in terms of their infrastructure development, and within a very short time, in keeping in mind the long term, a very short time, the connectivity from main cities like Sylhet and Dhaka to Chittagong port and other important locations is going to come up. You see, and they are almost ready. They are almost ready. The question is, if we wake up after 3 years, 4 years, when these things are ready, then we'll need another 3-4 years to take advantage of what is going to be ready in 3-4 years. So I think the timing is good. Knowing the plans that they have, the market accessibility that they're going to have in the long run, I think Meghalaya also needs to come out with the right policies, with the right system, with the right infrastructure to be able to take advantages of what is happening in the region. And I think Tripura, for example, has really advanced a lot in this. They have connected with the traders out there, and they are really moving very fast. Simple examples I can give you is like the products that are in the list of import and export. You see, now these lists, anything can be imported from Bangladesh into India, but from India to Bangladesh there is restriction. And the reason why these restrictions have been there is because nobody has moved to ask for those restrictions to be removed in those products. Now Tripura has taken an initiative, and 10 or 15 more products have been included or removed, from the restriction list for Tripura now. So similarly, Meghalaya has to do that exercise. So these are policy matters that we need to look into. Now, for example, for goods, for our fruits and our vegetables to go to Dhaka or to go to Sylhet or Bangladesh to be sold there in the food processing plants, there needs to be testing labs in our exit points. We do have the exit points and we do have the manpower, we have the building, but we don't have the labs. So even though those products are not in the restriction list, but because we don't have labs in these locations, we're not able to sell our product to Bangladesh. So I think these kind of constraints are there. We need to work around all of this. And I think a robust infrastructure and robust mechanism, even for ensuring that checking and all these things are done properly, I think these aspects need to be looked into. But keeping all those challenges, aside, keeping all those constraints aside, my point being that there is a huge opportunity, and we need to be ready to take that opportunity in our hands. And I think next 3-4 years is going to be a very important phase for the economic development in this region as a whole. Prime Minister of India and Prime Minister of Bangladesh have been working closely on it. I had the opportunity to sit for almost an hour with the Bangladesh Prime Minister, and she shared her vision about the economic development in the region as a whole. And I think there is a lot that can be done. So we're excited. We're looking at all those aspects, and we're ensuring that everything is done in a proper manner, so that we get proper good economic development. At the same time, security and safety also, of course, of our state and our people is also important. So keeping all those aspects in mind, we'll try to move forward. Shillong-Dauki road is, as you said, is very critical, and NHIDCL has moved on it quite fast. We are waiting for certain clearances from the Defence Ministry, because we need some land from Defence to be able to move on that. So once we get that Defence clearance, I think the process will be very fast. So being implemented for upgradation and some new, which will as a whole add about 700 megawatts to our capacity. And if that were to happen, then we would have some power to sell to Bangladesh. So we are working towards completing those projects as soon as possible. But these are very massive projects which require a lot of effort and obviously funds also. So looking at all those aspects, we're trying to move. But once that does happen, then yes, power to Bangladesh is one area that we're really looking at. Also, we're looking at being the transit from Bhutan to Bangladesh. So even when they sell the power from Bhutan, so the Meghalaya infrastructure can be used to do that. So these are all areas of opportunity that are there for us.